do some bridal makeup. Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So as you can tell from the title, today is a bridal makeup. And the only reason I'm doing this is because my sister, second triplet sister, is getting married. The other one already got married. So I'm doing a bridal makeup, so if anyone's interested in to see like how you can have your makeup stay on all day, a nice classic look, and everything that you can do to have the perfect makeup that day. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the importance of any makeup is starting out with a nice base, which starts with the skincare. So I washed my face today with a hydrating gentle cleanser. The one I'm using right now is from the brand called Indeed. It's a Canadian brand. And then after that, I'm going in with the Ordinary Nicinamide and Zinc. I've been using this for a few weeks now and I'm absolutely loving it. Applying a small amount all over my face, and we're just going to rub it in as usual with any serums that you use on your skin. After that, we're going in with the Ordinary Highlighter, it's called like the Natural Moisturizing Factors plus HA Hydrating Moisturizer. Yeah. You want your skincare to sink in a few minutes before you start going in with some product. So in the meantime, I'm just going to get everything ready, and then I'm going to brush out my lashes. So if you do have lash extensions, make sure you brush them. I think I got everything ready. I think. I'm gonna go wet the Yoda sponge. And oh, these leggings? Well, these leggings are from Just Cozy. No, I'm not sponsored, but they did send me them, and they are so freaking soft. They're actually the first company that ever sent me some products, so that's exciting. Like a legit company that had sent me product. Let's just say that, where I didn't have to pay shipping. I have many videos about that. They're amazing leggings, super soft, super affordable. They're just like your everyday legging that isn't like a fitness legging. Love them. They have so many different styles. They even have biker shorts. The biker shorts are, I love wearing them at work. So yeah, check them out. So a lot of people start off with the base. Do I want to do that today? You start off with the eye, just in case I get some fallout. I'm not using anything too heavy. Again, this is going to be a classic timeless makeup look. That's perfect for any bride on any bridal day, any skin tone, anything. You know, you can adjust the colors to as much as you like them, but this is going to be as simple as possible. This is the Longwear concealer from Milani. So I'm just applying a little bit on my eyelids. And this is just going to even out the whole tone. I'm going to start in with the eyeshadow. I find most bridal makeup, it's good to build it instead of just being like, let's throw that dark color into the outer crease and then throw this and throw that, and just slowly build it and blend it. Create super soft makeup. That's what you want. So I think for my makeup look, I'm actually going to be using the Naked Reloaded palette from Urban Decay. I believe they have like 4 more packs. We're good. These are the ones I'm going to be using. I'm probably going to shy away from a majority of like the pinky shades and not going to use the gold either. And I'm probably going to use this neutral beige on the end. I'm going to take this small like flat top, like kind of flattish top brush. Take a small amount of this, dip into it just to pick a small amount up on the brush. You don't need a whole lot. Just taking a small amount of this, we're going to start tapping it, distributing the product into the outer corners. You can probably use this on its own instead of using the base with it, but I want to use a base. Something that might get covered up with, most of this might get covered up with shadow, but again, this is such a gorgeous product, I have to use it. I'm going to go in with, I think I'm going to take a little bit of this neutral tone and going to start placing this into the crease just because I want to start blending everything. Taking a slightly smaller brush now, I'm going to be using just to place a darker shadow in my outer corner. Taking just a small amount of Endgame, which is the dark brown in the shadow. Take a small amount of that, and we're going to be placing that into the outer corner.
And along the lash line, more like a wing.
Just take your time and slowly blend everything. Loving how this is building. Okay, there, garbage truck. So it's going to use a brown eyeliner, but I think I want to use black just to create a little more depth. Black is scary to work with, but once you start blending it, it's really not that scary. And once you top it with another eyeshadow, which is what I'm going to do, it's not that bad. So I'm just going to be using this black right against the lash line. We're going to blend it out with a dark brown eyeshadow. So we're going to use Endgame from Urban Decay. Now, mine looks super, like, if you're like, yours doesn't look like this, it will want to pop on lashes because you'll get the fullness right near the base. But I have lash extensions so you can already see it. First, we're going to apply the eyeshadow for the lid. Again, we're staying with something very neutral, so I'm going to be using Blur from the Urban Decay palette as well. And so it's just this nice neutral matte beige shade. Second with Bucked, and we're gonna place this in between the outer corner and that light beige shade on the lid, so just right in the center to help blend everything together. And then that is pretty much the eyelids. We're gonna be cleaning up the edges, so I just have a little bit of my micellar water on a Q-tip, and we're just cleaning up the side area to keep it a nice clean line. Moving on to the face makeup. If you are doing makeup on someone else, make sure you're just doing everything like super sanitized. Like, don't apply everything directly to the face if it has like sponges and stuff. But this is all my own makeup, so I'm not going to be doing it that way. So if you're doing your makeup on yourself, again, just keep your hands clean. And make sure all the face makeup is off your hands so you're not going to smear like black on your face, because I've done that before. We're going to go in with the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This is my favorite primer for keeping my makeup on all day. But before we apply that, I'm going to apply the Longwear Setting Spray by Sheer Envy. This is something I love to do just to help keep adding extra bases of like what's protecting my skin. So applying small amounts on my face, then going in with the primer. So now we are going to go in with a foundation. I'm not huge on foundations all the time because they're just a lot, but I need something to match my skin right now because my concealers are too light, so it'll just be a lot. Small amount down on the back of my hand, it looks way too light right now. And maybe with a drop of this one. So this is Juvias Place, still it's light. And then this one, because I got real dark. We're going to blend this all out. The Juvias Place does oxidize just a little bit, so I'm not too worried. This is the Milani Conceal and Protect. This is the same one we used on the, I don't know why I keep season. And I'm actually taking the setting spray one more time and give my face a spritz. I'm gonna highlight though with a little bit of glow onto my skin, so I'm gonna use the Glowless by Auric, which is this. It's beautiful. Just a small amount here. I use the shade Citrine. I was gonna apply it below, but again, like the foundations I used were very strong in pigment. Beautiful. So we're gonna move on to setting the skin. I'm going to not super like heavily set, but I'm gonna be using a powder. So I'm gonna use a powder puff just to apply my powder. So first I apply the powder onto, pick it up with the powder puff and then tap it into the powder puff with my hand. And then I'm doing lightly tapping where I know I'm going to need really into my skin. So now I'm going to just dust off the rest of the powder, whatever is on the back of my hand, picking it up or that's in the lid. This is just a highlighting brush actually from the Body Shop. I'm just going to use it for powder to brush off any extra. I am going to use a powdered blush. I'm going to use one with the shimmer because we're not going to use a highlight on top of the skin. Because I find they can look so... If you don't have the good one and flash, it's like... You know? And tapping that onto the cheeks. We're going not super on the apple because we're going with sculpted. We want to look the best as we are on our wedding day or as a bridesmaid. To bronze, use whatever bronzer that works best for your skin tone. I'm currently going to be using the Tried and True that comes in the Morphe 39A palette. I absolutely love it. They did discontinue this palette, so I hope they come out with a bronzer that's like the same shade. This is the shade I usually use. Sometimes mix with this. If I really want to go deep, I go with this one, and sometimes I blend it with that one. So, going to blend it into that blush. So I tapped into just a little bit of this contour one. Just add a little bit of contour as well because we got a 5 head to cover up. Okay. So as you can see, sculpted more, not sculpted. Going in with bucked. And we're going to buff this underneath the lower lash line. You still want a little bit of sultriness on your eyes. We're going to take a little bit of Endgame and right in the outer corner. Lastly, it's your choice if you want to put a brown, a black, a nude, a white in your waterline. I want to do white because white's pretty stark. This is a neutral shade, but we're only going to apply that actually in the inner third of the eye. And we're finishing off the eyes with some mascara, but first to set all the powder we put on, we're taking our setting spray one last time. Just keep layering it, I promise. Take your sponge just to press all that powder together. I find this makes the biggest difference. I'm going to show you a little cheat I do when I don't have a dark lipstick. So this is a contour shade from CoverGirl. Using the contour shade and then taking a little bit of foundation as well, we're going to create like a little bit of a concoction, like what's deeper than your current foundation that you're using, but not super dark. So just having like a mixed concoction here on my hand. We are going to line the lips, overline the lips with this shade, because then you can blend it out. You can do this before your powder if you want to. This one from the Body Shop, the shade 601. I don't know if they still sell these, but they have them still somewhere. And this is pretty much the makeup look. And we're ready for the finished look. So, as promised, I'm going to do an update. Right now it is currently 1:30 p.m. This is how it looks in natural daylight. Alright guys, so it's now the end of the day It is currently about 11 o'clock at night. It lasted pretty freaking well. But yeah, so that's my tips for having your makeup last all day and this nice classic eye look. It looks still great like 10 hours later. Again, thank you guys so much and I'll see you in the next one.